Hello everybody, my name is Thalion, and welcome back to the bottom of the well. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with this episode. I've been thinking about it, I've been sitting here thinking about it. What do I want to do in this episode? On the one hand, I had the Fallout Shelter episode where we had kind of one goal. Then we had the Chester episode where we kind of did one thing. Now I just want to get to the true ending of the game. And I had a thought when I was looking at the achievements, because I actually went back and looked at the achievements, and they're actually very helpful with kind of like giving an idea of what can be done. So I don't want to look at a walkthrough for this game for as long as I can. If I would like to be able to complete it through to the true ending, without consulting a walkthrough. But in the achievements, I had the 5 better prepared ones, and I thought that maybe that would unlock something. And I was thinking about it. The crowbar that I get, I realized something when I was messing around with the stats in the last thing with Chester, because that took a while. Or Chess, I keep calling it Chester, but Chess. And that was that I seem to always have a crowbar no matter how I align my stats. So I'm thinking, when they comment on her remembering something and then retroactively doing it in the dream world so that it's there for her, she talks about her buying a crowbar, it talks about her, like, investigating the padlock at the thing. First I thought that wasn't a thing, but then I think I went to the wrong line. Unimportant. But anyways, I think those 5 things are things that I unlocked by virtue of playing the game and knowing, oh, I will need this in the future, so past Dream Alice will do it. So I think that's a really cool thing, and I think that's what those 5 things that the achievements pointing to were at. So, and I only can isolate 2 of them off the top of my head. I only know of 2 of them. I'm gonna go with the default Alice. Oops, didn't mean to customize, crap. Yeah, I will go as the default Alice, and accept and start, and I think I'm going to go back to the subway station. I feel like I didn't explore the subway station as well as I could have. There might be more interactions to be had there. And I would really just... No, I wanted to read numbers. Okay. And I think I'll go do that. And I'll see if I can find something out there. Because I have no clue what the combination would be for the stupid box. For the stupid lockbox. Here we go. Well, this actually was a product of me just misclicking. But I suppose I decided to stay at home only because that's what the message was telling us to do. Is this part where you start putting aluminum foil over your windows and preparing your bathtub for extended living? I didn't mean to just stay at home. Oops, accidental. But let's see how this plays out. As if I even had the presence of mind to do that. I just listened to the man on the TV said, move you and your family to the centermost room in your house. Preferably one without windows. Preferably underground. Didn't your building have some kind of shelter? At least on this side of the pond, it feels like you can't walk down a block without stumbling over a half-dozen bomb shelters. Sadly, no. We never got in the habit of getting bombed during our wars. We're the ones doing all the bombing. Anyway, bathroom it was then. Did you bring anything? Oh, right, yes. I grabbed the biggest bag I had, a backpack. Yada, yada, yada. I can see, yeah, I always get the crowbar. I'm going to take a crowbar. I'm going to take a flashlight. And I'm going to take my radio. And I'm going to take food. I'm going to take double the food because, and I want that radio. That radio, I feel like that radio, because I haven't found a good use for the radio apart from just like flavor text, but I think that there's probably something there. Crowbar, I don't care about the crowbar. Shit. Oops. I kind of skipped. Oops. My bad. Anyways, I stayed for 24 hours like the man on the TV said. I made, well, not quite 24 hours. I waited the whole night and most of the morning, I think, but it got increasingly hard to figure out how much time had actually passed. Man, I hope you brought some candles and a book. I brought my laptop, but yeah, that didn't work out. But I did have a copy of Gulliver's Travels in there, and Alice in Wonderland, of course. I didn't own any candles, some English student I turned out to be. How archaic. Back to reading paper. Anyway, I sat on the toilet and read using the flashlight. Oh, hey! It really did wonders to keep me distracted, and I had plenty of batteries. Wait. I have to ask, are you telling me you sat through the night in real time? I told you, I had no idea I was dreaming. It was real. I'm awake, and I know it was a dream, but it feels like I really experienced it. I just get panicked thinking about it. And I always thought lucid dreaming would be fun. Maybe if you have power. I had none. Did you get peckish? After a while. Luckily I had some food, although I had to eat it cold, of course. But it was food. It was not like I was having a pizza, but it was good to fill up my belly with something. Comfort eating. Funny. So, after you left the bathroom, what did you see? You know, it actually took me a while to wrap my head around that it was still my apartment. You see, all the windows had shattered, so everything was covered in shards. There were books and papers all over, blown around by the wind. And ash. Ash? Yes, I was in shock, like stepping into another world. I walked across this debris, glass crunching under my feet to the window. Everything was gray, but I could see the morning sun through the clouds. It was snowing ash. Nuclear winter. Did the city stand? I think the city was making most of the ash. I could see smoke rising from the horizon I had visible from my apartment. It smelled of burnt and paper. It smelled of burnt and smoke outside. It smelled of burnt. Okay, but it was also eerily quiet. What did you do? I coughed up my living room? Seriously though. I took my bag and left. I waited. Oh, I can see. I went to see if anybody else in the building was still alive. Let's see. Maybe this is a valid option. I went into the corridor and called. No one answered. I knocked on the neighbor's door, but there was no answer from there either. But then I thought I heard them leave the day before. Do you know anyone in the building? No, not really, but I tried knocking on everybody's door. I mean, I know I wasn't the only one who stayed inside. Did you find anyone? Let me finish. See, the thing I realized was that I had just gotten lucky. I found an open door halfway down the hallway facing west. All of my windows face east. It wasn't just open, it was blown open. Oh shit. I peeked in, calling out a hello, and find myself looking out at nothing. You know, no walls, no floor, barely any roof left. No windows, no people, kitchen cabinets hanging loose above the abyss. That kind of thing. And beyond, nothing. Just ruins and fire. The whole downtown area gone. There was this thick, ashy snow falling everywhere, and a lot of it was drifting inside. A sudden gust suddenly blew a faceful of it at me, and I gasped. That's not okay. That's not good. Yep, the world on fire. That doesn't sound good. My stupid self was standing there, mouth agape, staring. So of course I got a lungful of it. Damn idiot me. Oh, so I'm going to die of radiation poisoning again. I can't really do the sight justice though, and I don't blame Dream Me for staring. Dream You isn't you? She is and she isn't. It's hard to explain, because I change her stats every time, which is a really cool kind of mechanic, actually. Anyway, did you find any survivors? It's really cool that it explains away the difference between the different Dream Alice's with the stat system. I like clever little ways that that developers explain like game mechanics like that. I did after a while. I actually bumped into one other person who was doing the same thing I was. His name was Ross, although I think he was Italian. Anyway, I was just so damn happy to find I wasn't the only one alive. When he said Ross, all I could think of was Ross of Game Grumps. I was like, oh no, a sadist! Is this actually one big Ross Mario Maker level? Oh man, I watched too much Game Grumps, I'm sorry. We hug and he just exhumed this cloud of dust. And I started coughing, he explained he had gone into some of the destroyed rooms to look for survivors, but that half the building was at least pretty much destroyed. Oh jeez, but there were more than just the two of you? Yes. We gathered at the bottom floor, a little group of us. Ross, me, an old lady from the ground floor, a family with 2 kids, the night janitor who had hidden in a broom closet when the bombs hit. No one was badly hurt, but we were all coughing up from the ash. Weren't you worried? I mean, about radiation? I didn't really have time to be worried about radiation. We were more worried the building was gonna collapse on us. I mean, half of it was already gone. Okay, so what did you do with your little group? Well, first we sat down and exchanged stories of our survival, speculations on the causes of the attack, all that. It was the most natural thing in the world. But soon we needed to make a decision. Ross said I was the last person he found alive in the building. I suggested we stay put. We put as much distance between Ground Zero and ourselves as possible. Followed shelter, left on my own. I want to stay with the group. I want to see how this group develops with Ross. Staying put seems like a good way to waste supplies. So putting as much distance between us and Ground Zero as possible, that seems like the best option here. I argued strongly we need to leave right then and there, but what? But they wanted to stay. The family with the child? He started feeling bad, nauseous, diarrhea. He wasn't in any shape to walk anywhere, they said. What about the fallout shelter if they were reluctant to move far? I thought about suggesting that. So what did you do? I don't want the family to go to the fallout shelter because I know how that ends. I know what happens if I take it over, but let's just stay put. We all sat down and started talking about what to do, and I suggested we stay at the apartment or somewhere close to it. How come? Well, if the house hadn't fallen yet, it probably wasn't going to fall. And besides, we could stay in the lower levels. We could pull over all of our food and maybe go through the empty apartments for more. It wasn't stealing. I mean, this was survival. But the ash, the radiation. Yeah, I'm not saying it was actually a good idea. At least we got to rest. The thing was, the family with the kid was getting really sick, throwing up, clammy skin. It was pretty gruesome. We were actually all getting pretty ill. Radiation poisoning? Oh, this is such a slow death. Oh, man. What a poor decision. And you? How were you feeling? I felt nauseous and dizzy. And, well, we spent the day looking through the rest of the apartments, gathering food and medicine and water. Look at that terrible face up at the top. The boy wasn't getting any better, and neither were the rest of us. I think it started to dawn on us that there would be no rescue. What did it look like outside? Like a war film. The worst was the cries of the night of pain. I don't know if it was from people trapped or just people in pain. We didn't do anything about it. Why not? There was nothing to do. So what did you do next? Oh man, we gotta go somewhere. I suggested we stay put. Oh my god, no, we gotta go to Fallout Shelter. When I revealed that I knew about a Fallout Shelter within walking distance, the argument just kind of seemed to stop. They were magical words. Fallout Shelter. With radioactive ash raining down from above, I'd imagined so. So we quickly gathered our things and headed down towards Third. I honestly hadn't even considered what things would look like down on the street, though. I mean, not really. So I kind of gave up there on my whole staying put, because it seemed like everyone was about to die. What did it look like? The streets? Awful. Ruined buildings everywhere, charred by fire, most of them. We had to pick our way between cars and debris and bodies. Oh, actually, I've already done this part. Yeah, let me skip on past it. I knew the shelter used to be underneath this bar, the Rad Bar, on the first floor. I got as close as I could, but the entrance was definitely blocked. Holy shit, but there were probably people down there, too. Oh, that's when the rubble fell down. Right, they couldn't clear it. It's all interconnected. Yeah, and some of them were my friends. That is, if anyone survived. What did you do? Did the fallout continue to fall? Oh, yes. So there was a question of time. Either we gave up and went back to the apartment, or then if we tried to leave town. Hey, what about the people potentially trapped underground? Or then we try to dig our way down to them. It'd take time, but maybe it would be worth it. What did you do? We could uncover the entrance, or we could try to keep moving out of town. The kid's in no position to walk. They're all sick. I'm going to try to uncover the entrance. They weren't going to start digging in the dirt. Wow, how brutal. They wanted to help, but they weren't really sure it'd be worth it. What did you say? I told them we didn't have nearly enough uncontaminated food to survive the apartment, that this was our best shot. The others left when we got down to business. It was dusty, hard work, but at least I wasn't alone. Could you have done it yourself? Probably not. We found the hatch, marked Fallout Shelter and everything, underneath a car that had either been through the wall or purposely crashed through it. Luckily, the tires were still functional, so we could just roll it off. Holy crap, okay, so what did you find underneath? Well, at one point, of course, the people below had noticed that someone was working above them. There wasn't a lot they could do from down below, of course, but the moment the hatch was free, I banged on it and someone opened. Not your old friend, the Bitch Queen, by any chance? No, but it only took a few moments before she too arrived at the scene, although looking a lot worse for wear. They must have been grateful. Ah yes, being trapped underground is never a very welcome concept, although in this case, the cellar had contained quite a few 100 gallons of booze and beer, so some of them were in quite a festive mood. What did you do? Well, the moment we step forward, as if thinking of wanting to come inside, the woman appears. Redhead, resting bitch face syndrome, the works. She states unequivocally that there was no more room in the shelter, and she's got backup, a scary-looking biker dude in his posse. I actually knew him vaguely. His name was Ray, and he didn't live that far from me. What the hell? Didn't a bunch of people just climb out of there? Bet not all of them were very keen on going back in. Yeah, I don't know what she was thinking, but her problem was clearly with me. There could only be one queen bitch or something like that. While she was arguing with me, the others had the opportunity to slip into the crowd. All that work and now this. What did you do? Oh, man. I don't have the support to take the Fallout Shelter, and I don't really want to. It was time to leave town, but I was doing it on my own, all of us together. So how many of you left? We were alone when we left the apartment building. So what did it look like? Streets? Oh my god, I got nobody with me. Okay. Oh my god, no, I'm going back to the college. Okay, so the college is when you try to get out of town. That's where you go to the college. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much boned. Yep, so they're gonna check me for food, and I'm gonna get wrecked at the college. Okay, well, I'll fast forward you guys either to the restart screen or when something changes. Died of radiation poisoning. Figured. Okay. Wow. This is sucking. I don't know what to do now. I have no clue where I need to go. So, there was definitely a group there that I could do stuff with, but it ended up just being shit. I don't know what to do now with this game. Oh, man. I guess I could try to, like, get to the White Rabbit, or get to Rabbit, and try some different combinations, or I could try the subway again. I don't know. I'm gonna do something, and I'll clue you guys in when I know what I'm doing. Okay, we're back to Rabbit finally. I have been doing different stuff, trying all kinds of different things to get different things. The closest thing I've gotten to a solution is one time I actually managed to get Alice to the college, but she was too radiated, and they wouldn't let her in, so they sent her to a football field, and I accidentally clicked the fast forward button, which completely skipped all the dialogue, so I missed out on that if there was anything different there. But she ended up dying. So here I'm back at Rabbit. Talking to him doesn't work. We know that. Trying to open the box. I've got a few other options written down for the keys based on dates I've seen around the game. But I gotta get the hell out of here. Let's just see what this option does. I didn't want to stay around. I told you how real the dream felt. And even though the music made me pretty sure it was in fact all just a dream, there was something about standing in the room with a man with a gun that I didn't quite like. But so many questions. Ugh. Oh well, did you manage to get out? Just as I was leaving, Rabbit turned towards me. It's no use, but I like how you keep fighting, so I'll give you a hint. You're looking for names and numbers. He winked. What the hell did he mean by that? Names and numbers. Booyah. Okay, good. I don't know. I hadn't gotten more than a few feet down the corridor before I heard a bang, and then I woke up. Okay, that was quite some dream, but I'm not quite sure how it was a dream. Is there anything changed here? So, yeah, just looking for names and numbers, but I have a few theories of a number. Like, when Alice is first talking about the dream diary.txt, which comes up every single playthrough, I just usually skip past it, there's a date that she is writing, and it is September 13th, 2015. So, I am going to try different combinations of that. So hopefully, maybe we'll get to something good. 0913, September 13th, maybe? No. Wait, he said a weird thing. Once you know the code, you'll never unknow it. And I don't understand. What does that mean? Ugh. Here we go again. Oh, boyo. That's nice. Okay, guys, so I discovered something kind of awesome, just completely accidentally, that kind of cracks open the whole case, and has to do with the fact that the numbers that we're trying to find for the combination. So, initially I thought maybe it has to do with, you know how little people appear in the top bubble, depending on what group we have? I thought maybe that was it, but it turns out that's not it. So I want to show you guys this. I discovered this completely on accident. I hope I chose a decent enough route to get back to it. And it also sort of sets the groundwork for what we need to find to complete the game now. Are you strong? We needed to leave. They were pretty stubborn, the kid. We gathered what we could and we set off. Okay, so this is with Ross in the apartment group, for context. I said I'd carry him if nothing else, talking about the sick kid. They were coming. So in the end, they agreed and we could start heading out. How many were you now? We were 7 when we left the apartment building. Out of curiosity, was it you or Ross who led? You know, that's the weird thing. It was me. I never really thought of myself as the leader type, but I was the one who had convinced everyone to go. So I guess it was kind of my responsibility now. Admittedly, seems kind of out of character. Must have been nice to be in a group, though. It was. Ross joked that we shouldn't worry. We haven't even reached the first stage of the last 4 yet. I want you to keep your eyes peeled on the screen. The last 4? Death, judgment, hell, and heaven. It's a Catholic thing. What did it look like? The streets? Okay, apparently it won't do it again. When I first found the last 4, or I think called the final 4 before, maybe I'm wrong, a number 4 flashed on the screen, right above, kind of just past the midway point between Alice and Hatter. And I'm like, okay, so now the last thing is number 4. So I have a goal now, and I'm guessing because Rabbit said it was numbers and names. So there are only 4 named NPCs that I can think of besides Rabbit in the game, which are Ross, Queen Bitch, if that counts, Chess, and Ray, the motorcycle guy. Even though Ray kind of is attached to the queen bitch. So I'm going to explore particularly queen bitch and chess and see if I can get it to spawn another number so that I can finally get this combination in the game, because this is another day that I'm working on right now. Like, I was doing this until 5 a.m. last night, and now I slept and I'm back at it in the same video. So I definitely am excited to finally find out the mystery behind this game, and so let's get right into it. I'll tune you guys in when I find the next number. Okay, here's something new. Instead of deciding to wait 24 hours, I decided to wait until all the supplies were gone when I went with Chest, and so now we're learning more about his sister, so hopefully this will lead to something. I also got to spend some time with Chest while waiting. And his sister, her name was Mary, and she was the nicest girl imaginable. She had this thing, Graves' disease? Some kind of autoimmune thing, anyway. She had to pop pills for it all the time. Sounds nice though. Boyfriend time, I mean. Some perks of the apocalypse. Yeah, good God, he became so dramatic at the end. Ooh, drama, we don't want that. What did he do? He said I was the one. It was really dramatic, I'm telling you. But he told me that. He said he had 2 other girlfriends, but never in 1,000 years would any of them have come with him rushing across the city to rescue his sister. 3rd time's the charm, eh? There it is, there was the 1. Did you see it? Oh god, 3rd time's the charm and it's a 1. Oh my god, yes. We got a number! We got a number! We're 2 for 4, we're good! We got a number! It just stuck with me, I guess. His one and only. No one ever said that to me before. Anyways, you wait through all your supplies, and then now it goes back on the regular trail where I'm gonna die terribly. But it looks like it takes a hyper-specific route to get the numbers that we need. But now we got a 4 in the last place, and we've got a 1 in the second to last place. So I'm just like, whoosh, I just gotta stick this up here all scholarly, like just, But we're gonna get this done. We're halfway there. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. I'm just way too excited about finally getting another number. Oh, man. Hey, quick update. I wasn't recording for most of this, so I apologize for that, but never quite sure when it's going to lead to something. When it's not, it's going to branch off real quickly. So this time I went to the subway station for shelter, and Alice ended up grouping up with a group of people after going west with the crowd, and they found a collapsed section of it, and somebody had written, and then I got to hear, and this looks like it's going to be important. Yes, just like us. They were just walking down the street completely dazed. Someone had written on the wall of the subway station, Matthew 4:1. 4! Boom. Boom. Okay, so there's another 4, and that is the first slot. Okay, so a quick Google gives, then Jesus led up the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. Okay, weird. So I have 4 something 1 4. That is the code thus far that I have been able to glean. Not so weird. Wilderness, apocalypse, frontier, they're all connected. What about radiation? I mean, wasn't that the big danger? Fallout? Yeah, there was this rain of ash coming down. It probably wasn't very good. Alrighty. So now it's branching back into normal paths. So, just 1 more number and we can finally reach the end of all of this. Wait a second. Oh my god, wait a second. Oh my god. So, nothing really different has happened. I got to the part where I'm overthrowing the queen again. I decided trying to befriend the bitch queen didn't work, so I tried to overthrow it. But it mentions that he has a jacket that has this big gold embroidered text that said lucky number 7 on it. This was before I really knew about the code, because I was just playing Dark Alice. I didn't know what I was looking for with the code. Is this actually the code? Not so lucky. There, boom. It was right there the whole time. I had actually already seen the number. We have all the numbers. It is 4714. I will see you guys at the end of the road. Stay tuned for the finale. Okay, everyone, we're at Rabbit, and it's time to do the code now. I try to open the box. 4 digits. Here we go. It's time. 4714. Oh, man, it's time. What? What? You opened it? What? How? I knew the code. I'd lived it. I'd learned it as I fell into the rabbit hole again and again. You're scaring me, Alice. I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention. I didn't start this conversation with the intention of scaring you. I didn't remember then that... That what, Alice? What were you going to say? What was in the box, Alice? The box? The box was the test. Damn, how didn't I see it earlier? The music, the radio, Rabbit. What? I still don't understand. And what did you mean earlier? What didn't you remember when we started this conversation? I didn't remember the music. I didn't realize what it meant. Don't you understand? Rabbit is free. No, I still don't understand. For God's sake, Alice, it was just a dream. It was just a dream. It was just a dream. Yes, it was. Thank you for reminding me. Alice C. has just logged out. What? What? Wait, pardon? What? What? No, that cannot be the final ending. That cannot be the final Drew ending. What? I did not work so hard to get that goddamn code just to prove that Alice was the dreamer and that was it. What? No, I'm going back into it. I'm going back down into the rabbit hole. I'm getting a proper ending, damn you. Okay, well, I went all the way back through, got back to Rabbit, typed in the code again to see if maybe it would do something different this time. But no, all it does is take you back to the message screen with Hatter. You talk about how you don't remember something, and then Rabbit being free, and that you didn't realize all this time, and... It's kind of infuriating, actually, because I've spent hours working out, like, trying to figure out, not using a guide, not doing anything like that, trying to get the answers that we need, trying different combinations of stats, trying different combinations of items, finally piecing together the code on my own to be able to get what I thought would be the final climactic ending, because Rabbit said everything was in the box. But when you go into the box, when you open the box, nothing happens. It's just a test, and I guess the reason she says, yeah, thanks for reminding me it was just a dream, is just signifying that she's the new dreamer? I don't know. No answers were provided at the end of this, which is really infuriating, because the rest of the game, I guess I can talk about the game now, I guess this was the final episode. The game was a lot of fun. The game was intense, like, it was sometimes aggravating, but piecing together the different things and getting to know everybody, all the different characters, and seeing the different ways that your stats, because your stats mattered a lot. Your stats would matter a lot for anywhere between minor dialogue or major choices. And seeing the way that the different stats and item configurations and the way that going back into the dream affected later iterations of the dream were really fun, and it was really, really awesome in that regard. I was really hoping for some really significant payoff, but nope, nothing there. Is there going to be a sequel? I don't know. It said that Alice logged off. Does that mean that... I don't know. I don't know if this means that there's going to be a sequel or something, but for everything that it was, I've spent hours working on this game, just like off screen, trying to piece together the code, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do, and now that I have it, it's really unsatisfying for that to be the end, unless I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing some final true ending. I don't know, but I feel like everything that I've worked towards in this game has gone completely to waste with that ending. Which is really frustrating, because I was really enjoying it. I was really hoping for a half-decent ending. The game itself, I mean, like I said before, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed just the way that they explained away the different types of Alices. Like, you basically, it's Alice, but not Alice, because you customize her, and that explains the differences between Dream Alice and the Alice in the real world. But, I don't know what to think of this game as far as the ending goes, because it really fell flat, like, there at the end. I was really expecting some sort of big revelation, or at least maybe another 10 minutes of dialogue, maybe explaining stuff about Rabbit, or the music, or the fact that the government plays Alice in Wonderland annually, for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, you can find this game on Steam. It's called The Bottom of the Well. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I had a really good time with it. I didn't use a guide. I got almost all the achievements, I think, though. And if you know something about the ending, please tell me in the comments below. If you know something that I missed, tell me in the comments below. I would really enjoy it. And also, again, let me know if you guys like this kind of game, if you enjoyed watching it, if you had fun like I had fun. And yeah, just, I guess, let me know. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thalion out. Bye-bye. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. Oh, the backgrounds in the sky. Oh. The worst part are the seeds. Maybe that's where the portal to hell is located. A direct uplink to hell.